Hello everyone, this is Darwinian Photo for the win, for the woods. I go by many aliases. So today I pretty much just wanted to do a video regarding the debate that occurred last night in Shock of God's chat room between Vivaramonnes and I believe and the other guy Vickmackey24, Vic, whatever you want to call him. And the debate was on whether or not the teleological argument was relevant, or really whether or not it made sense, or anything like that. So, first things first, I'll just go over some of the major details. Shock of God actually originally was not going to be the moderator of the debate. It was actually going to be this guy. He's an atheist, and his name was Joe. Joe is a pretty good he's a pretty cool guy. His other username is ReLolJin, which is pretty funny. And he was, I thought he was going to do a really good job, but he really didn't. He didn't actually know what categories were going on, like what parts of the debate were going on, and Shock of God actually had to interrupt in one part when Vicky was sort of going a little bit out of line with the debate and interrupting Vivaramonnes and all that kind of stuff, and Joe really wasn't doing that good of a job of actually moderating it. So, as far as that goes, that's basically, just to say the least, the debate wasn't really all that well moderated until Shock of God actually started, being the moderator, when Joe just decided that, Joe just decided, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. So, I know that many of you guys will think that I'm biased to Vicky Mac or whatever 24, which is actually true to an extent. I agree more so with his point on the argument, but in terms of who I think won the debate, I'd probably have to say that it was Vivaramonnes, just because his arguments were a lot stronger and he really just did a better job on the whole debate. I mean, he was a lot clearer. He definitely knew what he was talking about, and he addressed all of the issues, and he really did a good job of rebuttaling his statements and stuff when the rebuttal period came around. So, as to who I think won, I'd say it was pretty close, but Vivaramonnes did win, and I'll expect him to actually win the second one. Now, I wasn't able to actually record this particular debate just because my Fraps wasn't working, so when I tried to get the screen capture thing going, it didn't really work, so that's unfortunate. But I'd probably say that Vivaramonnes won. Some of the major points that Vickmackey24 brought up in the debate was the butterfly effect, and he said that, he said sort of things like how if the universe was, a little bit different, one of the main arguments for the teleological argument is that if one constant was off, then the universe wouldn't exist, or life wouldn't exist, or something like that. And Vickmackey24 said that if they were having an argument, or they had said something prior, and the debate would never have happened, that doesn't necessarily mean that the debate was intelligently designed. Which I thought was a pretty good point, but I don't think he really realized that it's kind of like a different thing. The debate was just for fun, but I can understand where he was really coming from. I mean, the debate doesn't really have a purpose, it's just a debate. And the universe existing is mainly something like either we're here or we're not here. And there's thousands of other constants that would have had to occur for us to actually to be here. I think he didn't really, it was a good rebuttal, but that point is easily rebutted, as you may be aware of. I was actually expecting more trolls and stuff to come into the room, but that didn't really happen. All in all, I'd say that it was a pretty good debate. It wasn't the best that I've ever seen, but definitely I would say that Viva did have the upper hand for most of the time, and I'll actually be interested in going to the other chat room to see whether or not Viva will still do as well. I presume he will, but it's just, I really found it funny that people always say that Shock of God, cuts people off, or does something like that, when he's debating or whatever. The only person I've actually ever seen do that is Nephilium Free, and, well, I mean, whatever. I don't really think that Neff is really as bad as people say he is. I mean, obviously he didn't write that stuff. about, I'm not really going to talk about it, but I'm sure many of you who are watching this video know what I'm talking about. Obviously, he didn't do that stuff. And I think that's just people trying to smack talk him and all that kind of stuff. But I have seen actually Neff cut people off the mic, and I think that he does need to work on that, just because, I mean, it doesn't make him look as professional or really just as good of a debater or as noble of a debater as he possibly could. Bear in mind, in a real debate, I've actually never seen Neff do that. I've only seen him do it when people are like having conversations or whatever, and he just sort of gets in on the mic. Never seen Shock of God cut people off on the mic in a debate, except for when he did in this situation, and the reason why he was doing that was because Vicky sort of like got back on the mic and was doing another argument when the whole argument stage had passed. And then they just realized that they could actually do another 10 minutes each if they wanted to, so it was pretty cool. It was a good debate. Not, like I said, not the best I've ever seen, but it was still really good. Thanks for watching this video, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Darwinian Fatwa. Thanks.